Today's video is going to be about a topic that many people don't like to talk about. But today, we're going to talk about it. It just needs to be talked about. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Crystal, and make sure you stick around and subscribe to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about yeast infections. It's disgusting, but we're going to talk about it. It's going to be okay. Alright, so the first thing you guys need to know is that yeast infections are completely normal. They are completely normal. 75% of women get yeast infections in their lifetime. So trust and believe, if you haven't gotten one already, you're probably going to get one too. Not only that, but most women that get yeast infections get reoccurring yeast infections, which can sometimes be really annoying after a while, and it can sometimes diminish your self-esteem as a woman because you're wondering, like, why is it that I'm getting all of these infections, or why are they coming so often? And in reality, it's just how it is as a female. We deal with so much, and yeast infections is definitely a really big issue and a really big part of that. So first, I just want to tell you guys exactly what a yeast infection is. When something like bacteria enters your vagina, right? And I'm gonna say vagina, I don't care. I mean, it's a vagina. Like, when something disrupts your vagina, such as bacteria, it can sometimes create what is known as fungi candida. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's the name of yeast in scientific medical terms or whatever. And this can create a burning and itching and intense inflammation inside of your vulva, inside of your vagina, up in there, you know? So it's really not good. It's really not. It's horrible. I'm here to just tell you guys exactly what it is that can sometimes cause them. Now, if you are a young female within the range, I'm going to say 10, 11, 12 to 25, I would say that if you haven't had already gotten one, you're probably gonna get one. It's just a scientific fact. For those females that are in that age range, there are certain things that we do that we don't realize that we can't until it happens, and then we get it. So it's kind of like one of those, you learn, you do it, you make the mistake, you learn type of things. And I want this video to prevent you from having to go through that process that everyone goes through, because sometimes you have it and you don't even realize you have it, and then it gets worse, and then it builds up, and then it turns into something else, and then you're at that point you don't know what the hell to do, and it gets unbearable. So what causes them? Wet bathing suits are one of the #1 causes of yeast infections. You have on a wet bathing suit, you keep it on for a long time, all of that moisture and that wetness kind of just stays inside of your vaginal area, and then it seeps up, and then on top of it you have that bacteria, that's whatever is in the pool, you know, that what goes up in there. And obviously these are things you can't see because they're microscopic, and it goes up in there, and then it turns into a yeast infection. Wet bathing suits are one of the #1 reasons. I'm not going to say the only one. I know that's one of the ones that a lot of people deal with. I personally haven't dealt with that. I think I knew that before, but I personally haven't dealt with that. I've dealt with some other issues though. One of the issues that I dealt with growing up and getting my first yeast infection and not knowing what it is and feeling embarrassed to talk to people about it, I had an issue with drinking a lot of water and eating yogurt. And the reason for yogurt, which is important to prevent yeast infections, is the acidophilus content that's inside of it. Acidophilus is basically good bacteria, and the yogurt provides you with good bacteria. If you're constantly putting good bacteria inside of your body, it's very hard for the bad bacteria to take over your body, and the yeast is the bad bacteria. So eating a lot of yogurt, and if you don't like yogurt, that's fine. They have pills out there that contains acidophilus. I'll put the name here for you guys below. so you guys can see exactly, you know, like look it up and find one that works for you. Some of them, I mean, you know what, I'm gonna list down in the description bar below the ones I've tried and the symptoms I've gotten from them. Everyone's body is different, and I think you guys should go ahead and try out yourself and test to see what it is that works for you, because if it's drying for me, and it might work for you. I also had an issue with drinking water. Water is one of those things where I just couldn't keep myself on I couldn't, it's like I wasn't drinking enough water, and I was drinking a lot of sugary drinks like soda, and now I don't drink any soda, but I was drinking a lot of soda and juice, and just a lot of juices that contained a lot of sugars, refined sugars, which are sugars that are not good for you. It's not natural. So that was creating bacteria down there too, and I had no idea. So what the water does, it just kind of cancels out that sugar, and it makes it, you know, less sugary, I guess. Yeast loves sweet stuff. So yeast is a live bacteria that grows inside of you, and it loves eating sweets, and it also loves carbs. So if you are on a high carb diet, I strongly suggest that you get off of it now. The yeast feeds on the carbs. This might not be a problem that a lot of girls face, but I know that I faced this problem. I couldn't figure out exactly what it was. I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but something was still, it was still irritating the yeast. Like something was still causing it. One day I realized, you know, I was good. This day I was good. I took a shower and I used this like body wash, and I used it down there. You're not supposed to use body wash down there. That was my bad, and I didn't know until I started getting that yeast infection symptom. Like those symptoms, oh my gosh, when you've had them so many times, you just know it. Like the symptoms, you just know exactly what you're getting when you're getting it, if it's a yeast infection, if it's not. And it was one of those days when I knew exactly what it felt like when I was getting it, and that's exactly what it felt like when I used that body wash. Ever since then, I've just been using regular sensitive skin soap, and that's the only thing I use down there. You can use body wash on your body, but do not use scented soaps down there, please. Please take it from me, I suffered a whole lot because of that. So now for the symptoms of yeast infections. Vaginal itching, vaginal discharge. But wait, not just any vaginal discharge. It's usually a white, thick, and clumpy, and it's also odorless, so you're not going to be able to really smell anything, but it kind of looks like cottage cheese. I know, it's disgusting, right? You might have irritation and redness on the labia, on the vaginal skin surface of the vagina, and you might also suffer from irritation when you're urinating, and you're probably going to suffer from pain when you're having sex. There's numerous ways of treating yeast infections. I'm going to talk to you guys about the ways I've researched online, and I'm going to also talk to you guys about the ways that I've gotten over them. Now, let me just tell you really quick about my yeast infection story. When I first started getting them, obviously I didn't know what to do, so I went to the pharmacy and I picked up Monistat. It was probably the worst decision I could have ever made in my life. It burned, it hurt, it was only temporary that it got everything out, and I still had those still like painful, I honestly think the Monistat like burned the skin of my vagina. So be very careful when you're using over-the-counter products and you're using super medicated products. And you know, after that whole situation, whenever I did get them, I would go and like research different natural ways of getting rid of them, and I finally found this supernatural way of getting rid of them. I went online and I found this method. The article told me to peel a garlic clove, right? So you know how you have like the big garlic clove? You take one off, you peel it open, and you stick a needle, you thread a needle actually, you thread a needle, you stick the needle inside of the garlic clove in the middle of it, and you tie it so that it'll have like a string, like it'll kind of be like a garlic clove attached to a string. I went, took a shower, and I stuck the garlic clove all the way up there. I woke up the next morning, I went to pee, took out the garlic clove with the string, pulled it out, and so much stuff just came out. Like, it was the most disgusting thing ever, and that was one of the natural methods that I used that got rid of my yeast infection completely. And what I started doing was I started eating garlic. I started getting garlic cloves, cutting up the garlic, and just kind of swallowing it like a pill, with water. And that really kind of helped. It helped my immune system. It helped kill the bad bacteria in there. So garlic is a good source when you're looking for something organic. Like I said before, Greek yogurt is going to be your best friend. So if you don't like yogurt, you're going to have to probably try to get on like some type of acidophilus, like replace the yogurt. Or maybe you can try putting the yogurt inside of a smoothie if you like smoothies. I think that will work best. Also, boric acid works wonders for women. I've never used it personally, but I've read a lot of articles about women who have used it to treat yeast infections, and boric acid definitely seems to be one of the good organic ways of getting rid of yeast infections. Quick tip, when you're using boric acid, make sure that you dilute it with water before putting it on any areas of your vagina, because it's very strong and it can burn your skin. So you have to be very careful when doing that. I would honestly research it before I go ahead and get the boric acid to use it. Just research it, do your research, and try to figure out like the best method that you think would work best for you. Essential oil of oregano. Oregano actually is a really good natural way of getting rid of these infections as well. Oil of oregano and the oregano that you use to cook are two different oreganos. So please do not use the spice on your vajayjay because it's just not gonna be good, okay? Oil of oregano is a form of oil, essential oil, that's meant to be inhaled. You're not supposed to put it down anywhere close to that area. Make sure that you are using it like by inhaling it. I don't know how strong and how effective that may be. I've never used it before, but I researched and studies show that a lot of women use it and it's helped. Maybe this would be better for someone who doesn't like garlic, or someone who doesn't want to put anything down there because they don't want to touch it, or whatever the case may be. That might work for you. I would just honestly do my research and find out as much information as possible that will be able to benefit me and help me to get rid of that, because it ain't cool. Another few items that I've heard helped as well is coconut oil, tea tree oil, and apple cider vinegar. To be honest, I have used apple cider vinegar before to treat it. I personally didn't. I don't know if I use it in the right way. I took an apple cider vinegar bath and it didn't completely get rid of it, so I'm not sure if it even helped. So that's just something I think you just have to try it on your own to kind of figure out, is this really helping, or what is it like? So guys, this is it for my video on the things that I feel like women should know. A lot of young females support me on here, so I know that it's really hard sometimes for you guys, to let that cat out the bag. Like, that's embarrassing sometimes. You don't have the courage, or you don't feel comfortable with talking to the people around you, I should say, and you might not have that person around you that you feel comfortable with, like going to with something that sensitive. Oh, it's really tough as a young female. I know, I dealt with it when I was younger. I think I got my first one when I was like 13, so I was freaking out because, like, you just don't know what to do at that young age. You're naive, you think it's something else, and it's just a bunch of just stress for no reason. I feel like, you know, this video was meant for those girls out there that I would be able to help someone, whoever it may be. I hope that, you know, you watch this video, you got some helpful, vital information. And I'll leave everything down below for you guys to access that information. I'll also leave the articles that I read that I think, you know, might help you guys to do some research. I'll leave them down below in the description bar. Thank you guys again for supporting me and for watching this video. If I was able to teach you something that you didn't know already, definitely give this video a thumbs up to let me know. You know, if you guys want to see other videos kind of on female hygiene and, you know, learning about the female body, I'm super into that stuff, so I will definitely put those up for you guys. I think that's a topic that's very important and sensitive. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but I'm here to talk about it. So I will see you guys again in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below to let me know what you guys think about the video. I love you guys so much. Bye.